What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel, bringing you guys another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In this video, we're going to be talking about the debut of Seven's LD weapon in Global Opera Omnia. But before we talk about that, if you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. That way you guys are not missing out on future uploads, and if you guys enjoy what you see on this channel, be sure to hit that like button and share this video as it does help me out. Don't forget to check out all of the fantastic resources out there for Dissidia Opera Omnia. The links will be down below in the video description as well as the pinned comment. And last but not least, don't forget to check out all of the rest of the fantastic content creators for Opera Omnia. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the debut of Seven's LD weapon. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the debut of Seven's LD weapon. I'll be talking about this particular skill with full max limit break and LD boards. I'm taking a Type 0 party for this particular video demonstration. So let's go ahead and just get things started with 9 here, using his skill 1 so we can get the shields up. And now here we are with 7. So 7's LD with MLB and LD boards grant her access to her LD skill Diving Strike that has 4 total uses. This permanently will be increasing her own max brave by 30% and attack by 60%. It's going to be inflicting 3 stacks of her frame debuff Snakebite for 6 turns and delivering a 6-hit melee brave attack plus HP attack executed twice with 50% HP splash damage on the second HP attack, 165% stolen brave overflow, and it's going to be granting her a framed buff called Generous Heart for 12 turns. Generous Heart is going to be increasing the party's stolen brave overflow by 20%, increasing the party's attack by 45%, and as well as increasing the party's brave and HP damage dealt by 20%. So let's go ahead and take a look at Diving Strike here. Alright. And when we get back to 7's turn, we're actually going to talk about her HP attack, because after using her LD skill, it will be changing the properties of her HP attack, which is something that's kind of cool that you guys will get to see here. Alright, so with Trey, let's go ahead and use his LD. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and talk about this HP attack command that she will have access to after using Diving Strike. So her HP attack command is going to change into HP attack capture. This delivers a 2-hit melee brave attack plus HP attack with 50% increased brave damage dealt to a target inflicted with Snakebite. It has 120% stolen brave overflow, dealing 50% HP splash damage. It increases an active Snakebite debuff stack by 1 and grants her a framed buff called Capture Whip for 6 turns. This will change back to the highest level of HP attack that she has after usage. Now the Capture Whip is going to be lowering all enemies' speed by 10% and lowering their attack by 20%. It's going to increase the party's brave damage dealt further by 20%, and then after an ally or enemy's action happens, Capture Whip will be decreasing by 1 turn, and then it's going to trigger a follow-up attack, or in a sense it's like a trap attack. So Capture Whip follow-up attack deals brave and HP damage to all enemies equal to 70% of own attack. It also heals own brave by 70% of own attack. It cannot break the target and will trigger only during the finish burst if you're going to be having it active, during a burst phase. So let's go ahead and see that in action here. We're going to pick the target that has Snakebite, and let's go ahead and use Capture Whip. And as you can see, we get the follow-up right there, and then we're going to actually use Trey's EX here, then you guys will get to see it trigger again. And remember, every time somebody takes an action, it does go down in duration, but it triggers that follow-up. As you can see, we get the follow-up. There we go. And then we'll see it again here. Alright. So call-wise for 7, her base call allows her to use her skill 2 Elemental Lash. It's inflicting a 20% speed down for 4 turns, and it's going to trigger a second Elemental Lash against a target inflicted with Snakebite. And then her LD call allows her to use her LD skill Diving Strike, inflicts 2 levels of Snakebite for 4 turns, and it also increases the party's Brave damage dealt and Stolen Brave Overflow by 20% for 3 turns. Recommended artifact passives for 7 are 3 copies of Attack plus 108 and 3 copies of Eye of Everything Boost 2-star, which is her C50 passive. Her High Guard armor will be lowering all enemies' initial Brave, Max Brave, and attack by 10%, and also lowering all enemies' defense by 20%. So after all this is said and done, we've taken a look at what 7's LD weapon does. What is my personal take on this character? So I actually think the LD is pretty good. It gives her a powerful double HP dump skill with a powerful aura buff to the party and a unique trap-like attack in the form of a frame buff coming from that HP attack Capture Whip. The 50% defense down with Snakebite is pretty strong, and it actually enables your offensive-oriented characters to hit even harder. That being said, her overall playstyle with her actual base kit is still really awkward because she always has to reset Snakebite to take advantage of Elemental Lash, which makes her usability in multiple boss fights a little less desired since she's much better in a single target fight because of how Snakebite functions. She does have good longevity, however, and she will function well as an offensive utility or a bot if you are missing a character that fulfills that role. I personally am going to be skipping this character as I didn't use her much in JP after her LD release, and we do have some very powerful aura bots already available in Global who aren't as quirky to play as 7, such as Balthier. We have access to characters like Sarah, for example, who got her reworked LD boards, or even Paladin Cecil. But if you're looking for, an offensive, oriented aura bot that helps your offense out, then 7 might be the character for you. Banner-wise is going to be featuring 7's LD EX 35 and 15, another chance to get Garland's BT, and then the EX refeatured characters are going to be Lena, who's still a pretty decent support, and Ida, who's a fairly hard-hitting DPS unit. However, in Lufenia, might want to take her along, if you decide to take her along, with some stronger characters to help carry out, her damage and things like that. Well, this is going to go ahead and conclude my video for 7's LD weapon debut. Hopefully it helps you guys out. Stay tuned for the next video, and mahal, everyone.